Melendez back again. You've stumbled upon our season finale. Hooray for us! Tonight is going to be a very special episode. Instead of talking about whatever dumb stuff happens to be going on in the movie world, we're going to straight up debate. The way it's going to work is we have our esteemed panel of movie fools here. Chris Turnbull, Mike Pappas, Matt Birkland, my bad, said Mac, whatever, you know who he is, and John Puzakulix. They will start the debates, so whoever gives the worst argument will be eliminated. Then we will bring a replacement, rinse and repeat until the final debate where the ultimate winner will be declared. Are we ready for the first debate?
Yep. Oh, yes.
All right, shut up. I want you guys to tell me what was the best Stan Lee cameo of all time. That does not mean from just the Marvel movies. Chris, you know the drill. 45 seconds to begin.
All right, my Stan Lee cameo is from The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. The Lizard and Spider-Man are fighting in Peter's high school, and they crash into the library. And Stan Lee is a librarian there, and he's putting away books, listening to classical music, and all other sound has been blocked out. And so you just have this wonderful scene where things are being thrown around, and he's just standing there oblivious to it. So not only is it funny, but it has great CGI work, almost everything in the scene except for him, Stan Lee's CGI. And when it comes to, it expands Peter as a character, because not only can he fight the Lizard, but he can also save Stan Lee from being hit by the chair when it's being thrown at him by the Lizard. So expands on the character, shows comedy, and some great special effects.
Super interesting stuff. All right, Mike, you got 45 seconds. Go ahead.
What is different and better than Stan Lee just appearing in some Marvel movie? And that's Stan Lee giving advice to some comic book nerd in this movie, Mallrats. You talk about this movie, the Kevin Smith movie is amazing, especially this movie in this scene where Stan Lee goes up to Jason Lee, I think that was his name, yeah, Jason Lee, and gives him some advice, relationship advice, and kind of compares it to his Marvel Universe to kind of help him in his quest to get his girlfriend back. So, that was it.
Wow, this is just so intriguing. All right, Matt, you're next. Go ahead.
Excelsior, true believers. My choice for this topic will be Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer. It's based off an actual comic appearance from Stan Lee himself, and it stars him walking up to the wedding of Rhea and Sue Richards, otherwise known as Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman. He immediately gets kicked out because he's not on the list. It's hilarious, it's great, and it's going to hit him with the hang.
Okay, all right. John,
Yes.
you may begin now.
Okay. Well, I think the best Stan Lee cameo happened in Deadpool. In his scene in this movie, he appears as an MC in a strip club where Wade Wilson and his friend Weasel go to find Vanessa. And I think this is his best one because it is very, very hysterical, and it also really does add to the humor of the film and really really adds to the satirical tone the film is meant to take.
All right, now that everyone has introduced their topics, I would like you guys to debate.
So having Stan Lee just come in the wedding and getting kicked out because he's not on the list in Silver Surfer is kind of lazy to me. It's not even creative in that way.
It wasn't really that memorable.
Yours wasn't that memorable either.
Really?
Really? Yeah, okay.
An MC in a strip club. That's not memorable.
What's he doing in a Deadpool movie?
Yeah.
The reason he's in a Deadpool movie is because
Marvel.
Yes, exactly. It's Marvel.
So
and
he
it's meant to
wasn't
make
in
fun of
any of the
everything you
X-Men
see in a
movies?
Marvel movie.
Yeah, so?
Chris?
What's your point?
All right, first of all, yours isn't a cameo. He provides important information to the main character.
It's one scene. Cameo is
It wasn't even the best Kevin Smith movie.
A cameo was a brief appearance.
Brief appearance. He's a character
I would have chosen The Princess Diaries 2 over Mallrats.
To grow and learn. At that point, he's a side character. It's not a cameo anymore.
Exactly.
The cameo is one scene, though.
But affected the story, so it's not really a cameo
Exactly.
anymore.
He does serve a strong impact to Mallrats' story.
He does, yeah.
Everyone
else in our movies
like just having
it's
him,
too strong an impact to be considered a cameo.
It adds nothing to that.
It's not supposed to. It's a cameo.
It's a cameo, exactly.
It's a cameo. It's supposed to be an enjoyable little side thing that's...
And the whole time,
you mean to tell me
he's talking about
you wouldn't have Stan Lee giving relationship advice?
I mean, that's cool, but it's not a cameo anymore. He's a side character.
Yeah,
it doesn't work in that context anymore.
It's a cameo because it's one scene.
One scene that provides character development to the main character.
He had too much screen time for that.
What, John? Speak up. I can't hear you in this argument.
Okay, for Mallrats, Stan Lee did have too much screen time for that to be considered a cameo. At that point, he he actually does serve a
It's
significant
only a
impact
few
on the plot.
lines, though. It's not that.
But it's
much.
a
A few
huge
lines
point.
that are
A few
important to the
lines.
plot.
See,
Let's talk about your guys. Your guys' cameos are funny, but mine is not only funny, but has great effect works, great choreography, and actually shows the hero.
Choreography, you can barely see Spider-Man.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all on Stan, and the
Lizard
rest of it's
fight
just in the
because
background.
all you
And that,
see is
in
Stan
your
Lee.
cameo, Stan
No,
Lee
you see him
is
in the
the
background.
prime
That's how you see
subject.
the chair.
Barely, it's like blurry in the background.
It's 3D. That's the effect they were going for.
Well,
That
did
you
you see
still
it in
can't
3D?
see it.
I didn't see it in 3D.
Also, it shows.
There's
it
not
show-
that much 3D
unlike,
there anyway.
Also, unlike these, it actually shows the hero work as a character. He's fighting the villain, but he's also saving an innocent bystander.
How you
Yeah,
can't
so-
see him? It's blurry.
Exactly.
But you- do
The
you
whole
see
fight
the
is
chair getting
Stanley's
thrown
at
at
the front
Stan
of
Lee?
the object.
And
You
I
just say
see
you-
a
you
chair.
see
I
it.
see a chair.
John,
I don't see
what did you
anybody
say that?
else.
Did you
You're
say
not-
something,
you
John?
Oh, it's not that important. But,
Oh,
oh yeah, please continue.
That is a farce. You definitely can see both of them in the background.
No, you can't.
You're
No,
saying
you
you
can't.
can't.
He's the
can't.
Yes,
forefront.
you can. That's
can
all
barely
you
You
see
see
the scene.
Stan Lee, chairs
Exactly.
flying around in
You
papers.
see
and
it Stanley for like
tell-
2 seconds.
You don't even
and
know
then
what those. You don't even know what
Then
that
he
is
leaves
going
the
on in
room,
the
and it's
background.
like nothing happens.
Honestly, you guys are lying now because that is actual. I will show you the scene on YouTube.
I would have picked the original Spider-Man instead of like.
Because
whatever.
unlike this one actually has action, it has comedy. It
Yeah,
has
but it's
the
like the forefront. You're not. It's supposed to
I
be
mean,
like a random
all of our
points.
choices have comedy.
Yeah.
This does not.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Stan Lee,
It's a
give me-
serious sentimental scene. It's meant
No,
to.
it's not.
Okay.
Jason Lee,
Three out of
Jason
the
Lee-
4 choices
Jason
have
Lee
comedy.
with his reactions to Stan Lee, like actually being in front of him, he's like, "Oh my God," he's freaking out. Like that's
Yeah,
how
but
he
it's
would
not
do it. It's
Stan Lee
funny.
coming up with the humor.
What?
And besides, you didn't even have the best. That's not even the best movie you could have picked. Kevin Smith.
A Silver Surfer is
Yes. It's
That's-
based on
him
a
getting
comic
kicked
book.
off the list.
Yeah,
How is
it's
that
based
any
off an
creative?
actual comic book thing.
How is
with
that
Darryl
any,
Really-
creative
Okay,
than what any
okay,
of us have
Matt,
chosen?
please.
Matt, with
What?
all due respect, that movie really could have gone on without that moment.
So could Deadpool. So could
No,
The
it
Amazing
could
Spider-Man.
not.
So could
No,
Marvel.
it could
not.
Yes, it
Continue.
could.
Because
It could have been anyone. It could have been anyone. Bob Kane could have taken that role.
Bob Kane.
Batman.
Bob Kane.
How Bob Kane? You see him making appearances
No,
in anything?
that's the point. That's how.
Because he's not as famous as Stan Lee.
Yeah.
What are you guys?
Yeah,
What are you guys?
yes,
What are you guys
okay.
talking about now? Seriously.
I have
I don't even
no
know what he's
Bob
talking
Kane.
about.
clue, Chris. I have no clue what you're talking about. So how about you just jump right in and maybe just
Okay.
continue?
Overall, the problem is your 2 scenes. They're funny, but there's nothing else to them. If they're taking out the movie, it wouldn't change anything at all.
So is The Amazing Spider-Man. If you did that.
Yes, but it adds, like I said, it actually shows the hero doing
All right,
what
guys.
he does best
All
in
right.
the movie.
Listen, I heard a lot of screaming, a lot of mixed things, but right now I'm going to need you guys to tell me your 20-second closing statements, starting with Chris.
All right. In The Amazing Spider-Man, in the library scene, we get to see great special effects work from ILM. We get to see good comedy in the form of Stan Lee getting hit. And we also get to see the hero does what he does best, specifically Spider-Man, saving Stan Lee while still being able to fight the hero, which he has always done in the comics and in the films.
Okay, good. Mike, you're up.
There is no better relationship advisor than Stan Lee. You want, like, it's every comic book's nerd's dream to have Stan Lee give you relationship advice and to have you get the girl of your dreams.
Okay. Matt, you know what to say, you know what to do.
So the Fantastic Four, if it wasn't for these guys, Stan Lee wouldn't even have a career in movies right now. And this was based off of a comic book appearance, so I think it should be proclaimed as the best one. So.
All right, John.
Okay. Deadpool is meant to be a satirical comedy that really tears apart what we see in every single Marvel film and every superhero film. And Stan Lee's appearance really does help add on to the satirical tone of this movie.
Okay. All right, so it appears the weakest argument was the love of my life, John Puzakulix. Thanks for playing. Better luck next season. Stay tuned after this commercial for our second debate.
Hey, you know what they say, John?
Welcome back, and let's not waste any more time. Tom, thanks for joining us here in round 2. This debate is going to be in honor of Disney releasing yet another classic in Moana. I want you guys to tell me what the worst animated film of all time is. We're going to start with Tom this time. You ready?
Ooh, yeah, sure.
All right, go ahead, 45 seconds.
All right, so clearly the answer is Cars. Because this movie it tries to be for kids, but this movie's scary. The concept of eyes, mouths, what is going on in this movie? Pixar normally makes smart movies that everyone can enjoy. This movie is not smart. Kids can't enjoy this. Kids will have nightmares watching this movie. Animated movies should not give kids nightmares. I have nightmares watching Cars. I don't want nightmares. Kids don't want nightmares. Cars is the worst animated movie ever made.
All right. Matt.
Thank you, Allie. My choice for this argument will be Shrek the Third. It was an unnecessary sequel that came out in 2007 with the whole cast, and I just feel like this was the end of pretty much my childhood, because the first two Shrek movies I was a huge fan of as a kid, and this kind of just took a giant dump on them. Let's put it that.
Wow. Woo! All right. Mike, go ahead. Save my ears.
All right, what's worse than just an Adam Sandler movie? And that's an animated Adam Sandler movie. You want to talk about the epitome of just Adam Sandler all in one movie, except in cartoon version? This is it. 8 Crazy Nights, all bathroom humor, or all fart jokes, all like everything, all dirty, all the typical Adam Sandler stuff. This is just completely unnecessary. And it was just a poor attempt at making anybody laugh.
All right, Mr. Turnbull, you're up. Take it away.
My movie is Chicken Littles, the first animated movie from Disney, the first CG movie they ever did. Where do I even start with this thing? Poorly animated, bad texture work, jokes that don't land, characters that are basically stock characters, a plot that barely goes anywhere. Pop songs instead of these standard Disney songs that you would expect out of one of these movies from the biggest animation studio in the world. Not only that, but they made the worst sin of all, making the characters hateful. These characters are mean-spirited, and they hate the main character throughout the entire movie. And frankly, not a movie I'm comfortable even showing to kids.
Wow. Talk about nightmares, right, Tom? All right, now that you've all introduced your topics, you may go ahead and debate.
What do you show it to kids? Cars.
No.
Cars is excellent. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Pixar makes such great smart movies that
Yes,
Golden Globe for
Larry
best
the Cable Guy,
A Golden
Owen
Globe
Wilson,
and 2 Oscar nominations.
Yes.
a nomination because it's Pixar, and Pixar has that established track record.
Okay,
It wouldn't get the Pixar if it wasn't good. So
It was still getting awards.
I wanna
though.
cut
Golden
because
Globe and
of the
2
Pixar name, not because of the quality of the
Don't
movie.
give me Pixar name.
But that's why it got
Oh,
nomination,
please.
because of the Pixar name.
it's
and
getting
because of
2
the past
sequels.
hits.
It wouldn't have done
Because it's made money.
Yeah.
Making money,
So?
making
I think
money
Shrek
doesn't
Third
mean
had,
that
like,
making
money
money
movies after
means
that.
it's successful. Making money
Successful,
means
not
it's successful.
good.
Also,
Successful is not
I need
good.
to call you out on something.
Successful.
You said that kids don't like it.
Kids
Cars is
don't-
the
no.
most successful toy line that Cars has
Exactly.
ever had. You cannot
Because
say that.
parents
It was
Kids
fake.
play with cars all the time, and those cars coming to life.
Or
How can
maybe
a kid
kids
enjoy this
legitimately
movie?
like
The
it. Did
cars
you ever
are
think of
scary.
that?
These cars are scary. These cars give me
No, they're
nightmares.
yours. They're scared
Oh,
of you.
please.
Not
Yeah,
other people.
that's
Just
why
for
it's the
you,
worst
though.
animated movie to make.
Not for everyone.
That's what
Alright.
we're over here to do Shrek 2, Shrek the Third.
Yeah.
You have to build baby Shrek in that movie. That's good.
What?
Shrek the
So-
Third is still good.
They could have
love
done
the
it
Baby
without
Shrek.
that movie. Seriously, they
Okay.
could have done
Shrek
it.
the Third
is
wasn't
not
even
that bad.
Shrek
It
the
was
Forever
that-
After
What?
was worse than that.
The story, they had no story. They had a bunch of cameos.
It wasn't
that
a
had no
story. Let me put it
sense.
this way. Shrek the Third wasn't necessary, but it still had the good characters from the
It is-
third movie.
it
It
is
was
still-
a story that didn't work as well as the second one.
No,
but
it didn't
still
have
had the
any good characters.
It is
Still
still
had
good and
animation.
fun and
It
enjoyable to
still
watch.
had
Justin
it still had
Timberlake
the good.
and,
It still had the
Mike
good
Myers
Shrek humor.
arguing about
It still had the
something.
good Shrek humor in it.
Oh, and Cars?
I think this was
Cars
a-
is beautifully animated. It has great
Exactly.
landscapes in that movie. That's beautifully
Animation, yeah,
animated.
animation's fine, but the story in this in, the characters.
All of our stories are
none
terrible.
of
You
these-
can't just go based on that.
All right,
You
wait,
can't
yeah.
tell any other story
when you
through
hold this
Cars.
movie up to the Pixar standard, it does not come anywhere near on the bar.
I mean, the
Oh,
animation
yeah,
is
it
better
does.
than The Incredibles, which is the movie they did the year before. So,
True.
yeah.
And
it's-
how did
good
animation not make it a good animated movie?
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Well, Bugs Life didn't
How
have a good
it's
story.
you have
They're-
beautiful looking movies all the time that are garbage. These Transformer movies, those movies look great, but they are garbage. Cars looks
You
great,
can't
but it is
compare
garbage.
Transformers
The
and
story is
Cars.
standard.
Are we
Don't
only
make it the
talking
story
about
good.
Cars here? Did the 3 out of 4 of you pick other movies?
So
I'm just wondering. I'm
anyways,
just wondering.
Chicken
I'm just
Little.
wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
Let's
wrong
talk
with Chicken
about
Little?
this for a
kids.
minute.
Yeah.
You talk about hate.
That was my childhood.
The characters hate them within the first 10 minutes of the movie. The entire town
Are you
despises
kidding me?
him.
How do you not
So-
like the pig? The big pig in that
That's
movie?
the premise of that.
He's a fat joke. He's a walking fat joke. That's all he
That's
is.
what makes us laugh.
enough.
Yeah.
A fat pig?
You're arguing for Adam Sandler here. How can you say that?
I know.
Adam Sandler does not-
Crazy.
Adam
You know, I
Sandler
waited
comes-
10 years
his
to see
jokes
8
in
Crazy
this come off
Nights.
as horrible.
Also, first of all,
It's tasteless jokes.
I thought it
Adam
was
I'm a
Sandler-
fat pig, not that. How's a fat pig
Mike,
tasteless?
Mike,
all right.
Mike,
How the heck
Mike,
can you
when
hate an
when
Adam Sandler movie?
When you take Adam Sandler's
It's a
humor
great
and apply
movie.
it when you apply it into the animated form, it gives the animated genre a breath of fresh air, like we saw recently with Sausage Party. It's a breath of
How's
fresh
it a
air.
breath
It's
of
different.
fresh air?
Okay.
Because it's
It's
different.
animated version, just Adam Sandler
It's a great
animated.
It's
movie
different
about
than all the
Christmas
other
and
animated
Hanukkah.
movies.
It's
Different.
brilliant.
Are you kidding me?
Big Crazy Nights, Sausage Party.
Other than more raunchy humor makes it different and
More
refreshing. to go
raunchy.
into.
I could give you so many examples that's more raunchy.
Please, come on.
Also,
It's
I wanna
just,
argue
it's just
you're-
bad
Where else
bathroom
can you see
humor
Adam
and
Sandler
blow-up humor.
animated
It's
and
much-
acting like an ape?
Which is much more. It works much better animated because you
It
don't
is
expect
not.
it. Do not expect
Either
to see
way,
that
animated
You
or
ever
not,
see
it
those
does not
deer?
work.
You don't expect
It's
it.
just
Yeah.
tasteless.
They were
Okay.
eating
Whether it's
the,
animated or not doesn't matter.
Regardless, yours was the final movie done by Warner Brothers Animation, and the same studio that did the Iron Giant. Even though
know.
the movie's Ghost Out Humor's bad,
Yeah, I
the
saw
movie is
the
gorgeous,
animation was
especially around
beautiful.
Christmas time.
You kidding me?
It's a bad story. It's a bad story. I'll give you that.
That does not mean it's
Chicken Little, you got
I
chickens
thought Adam
going
Sandler was
against
hilarious
aliens.
in that. What are you
I want to
talking
watch
about?
that. That's not
Rob
what's new.
Schneider
It's
said
different
narrated
than
it.
having
It
done
was
before.
funny.
Chickens going
No,
against
it was
aliens.
not.
It's
They
dumb.
had
It's
deer
stupid.
eating.
Which is great. That makes that great. You can just turn it on and enjoy
But I
it and have
watch
fun
Disney
watching it.
for smart, intelligent, decent movies. I
You
don't
watch
watch it for
Pixar.
You
stupid.
watch Pixar.
Pixar is smart and
Decent,
intelligent
smart.
and
You wanna
different.
watch
All right,
Wreck-It Ralph,
guys, I don't
Frozen,
think I can
Moana.
hear much
That's
more.
Disney.
So, starting with Tom again, we're going to do our 20-second closing statements. Begin.
All right, so Cars is the Pixar movie that comes nowhere near to the Pixar standard. It is a tarnish on the Pixar record. It gives kids nightmares. Kids stay up thinking about the Cars from Cars.
Okay, all right, Matt.
All right, Shrek the Third was an unnecessary sequel. I found it to be very there was no story, and I just found it to be it just made me realize that I am no longer attracted to animated movies as a kid.
Whew, someone had a rough childhood. All right, Mike, take it away.
This movie's the epitome of Adam Sandler movies. Animated or not, it still holds up to being one of the worst Adam Sandler movies in history, I believe. And the characters in it just stereotypical characters that you find in any Adam Sandler movie as well.
Okay. And last but not least, we have Mr. Chris.
All right, Chicken Little is by far Disney's worst CG animated film. The animation is bad, the characters are stock, it has a world that doesn't make any sense, it has poor writing, and it makes an entire world of characters that are hateful and overall not worth caring about.
All right, well, the competition is heating up, but one of you has got to go, and that is Matt. Thanks for playing. We'll see you right here. Maybe. All right, guys, last one right after this commercial. Don't go anywhere. And here it is, our ultimate war to declare the ultimate winner. Austin, thank you so much for stepping in for the big finale. All right, in honor of what should be everyone's most anticipated movie, Rogue One, we are going to definitely decide once and for all who is the best Star Wars character of all time. The catch is no Luke, no Vader. Ready, Chris?
Yes, I am.
Go.
All right, my character is Finn from The Force Awakens. He starts out as a stormtrooper and eventually joins the Rebel Alliance, or whatever you want to call it in that movie. The reason I love him so much is because he's a full-blown character arc just in this one film. At the minute, he's instantly sympathetic when we see him on Jakku. We instantly see his how his thought process goes when he goes to find Poe Dameron. He immediately gets a bromance with Poe Dameron, and then he changes throughout the story, and by the end, he's not running from the Empire anymore, he's actively fighting it. And he's one of the only characters in these movies that actually gets a story arc, a full story arc, in one film instead of placed out in all these other films.
Excellent. Okay, Michael, take it away.
So my Star Wars character is R2-D2. This character is always with C-3PO. It has the two of them work so well, even though R2-D2 barely says anything, but that's what makes it different than any of the other Star Wars characters. And not only that, without R2-D2, not really much of the main characters wouldn't have gotten to their goal, to where they go in their adventure. R2-D2 helps Han, Leia, and Luke get out of the trash compactor in Episode 4, and along the way, also have R2D2 help Anakin and Obi-Wan in Episode 3 most of the time during the opening scene. So that's why for me.
All right, he's a very helpful character. Austin, go ahead.
My character is gonna be Yoda. Everybody knows Yoda. Everybody can quote Yoda. He is the reason why the first 3 movies were actually watchable. That's the prequels. And he is probably the most, how do I say it, the best Jedi of all time. He can kill anybody he wants. He can do whatever he wants. He is the master of the Force. The only way he was able to die was of old age. Everybody else just got killed. That's why Yoda's the best.
All right. And my sweet P. Tom, what do you got to say?
We've been talking about so many good guys. We need to go over to the dark side and talk about the Emperor himself, Sheev Palpatine, the man behind the entire Star Wars saga, orchestrating and pulling the strings ever since Episode 1 all the way through to Return of the Jedi. He toppled an entire government, put himself up top, eliminated the Jedi, and ruled the galaxy for decades and decades.
And decades. All right. Thank you, Con Fellows, for introducing your characters. I would like you to peacefully debate.
So Finn, you talk about the bromance he had with Poe.
Dameron, yeah.
That's barely much of a bromance. I mean, there was just one
right.
scene where he helps him
That's
escape.
the point. You only needed that much. You didn't need much more. You instantly understood their
It
relationship.
could have gotten at least a few other scenes.
It didn't need to. That's the brilliance of that movie. It only needed that one scene. You instantly know these guys are best buds.
First of all, Finn didn't even want to fight. Finn wanted to leave.
Yes, I said
So
he wanted to
didn't
run.
wanna-
He wanted to run and leave.
Yeah, so who likes a character like that? He was going to run away.
Because that my
Fight
point
or
is he has
flight,
a
am I
character
right?
arc in the entire in one movie he has a complete character arc from not wanting to leave to willing to fight against Kylo Ren with a lightsaber even though he's not trained with one and gets his ass kicked. That's
No one else was trained with him. She wasn't trained with one either.
because she's force oriented or whatever is going to be her.
But how is she force oriented?
Because the other movies haven't explained it yet.
I believe she's better than Finn. I think she's a
Finn?
better character than
But we're
Finn
not
is.
arguing her. Argue your own character.
But yeah, but I'm saying
How
I
does
think
Finn
Finn's
know
better.
how to handle a lightsaber anyway?
He doesn't.
without
That's why he
experience?
lost.
But he didn't even get his butt kicked that quick.
That's because Kylo Ren was injured.
Not then. Not when he was fighting Finn. He was
Yes, he
injured when
was. He got,
fighting
hit,
Rey.
he got bit by Chewbacca with the blaster bolt.
We need,
Okay, that's still no excuse.
Let's get Mike.
yeah, Mike.
Mike.
You're
Yeah,
not
you picked the-
even-
you
you're not
picked
even
the-
have a character.
You have a comic relief and a plot device. You don't
First
have
of
a
all,
character.
R2D2 is
device.
not even a likable character.
If it
He's
wasn't
kind of
for
a...
R2D2, R2D2 has been in a lot of battles with the Jedi.
Because he's a
And
plot
with-
device.
But you just said
to save
if
people.
he
that
was
is not much of a. That is not a plot device.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Yes, he
is.
is.
He said.
He
He
just-
said if he didn't get the information to Leia, then the story wouldn't continue. He's a literal plot device.
Yeah.
But he,
Don't
but
you
he
know
has
when he
a
said, "Bring the
purpose."
droids
That
to
means
him.
he has a purpose and he has a great character.
His
He has a
purpose
character
Especially if
is
he
a
doesn't
robot.
have to say anything. If he doesn't have to say anything and communicates that way, and he communicates to C3PO.
Well, he's saying
It's because
stuff. They know the language.
His purpose is to be a plot device in order to save people.
And of course, he gets comedic scenes with
C-3PO.
C-3PO.
Just
But
he
other
said-
than that, he isn't really much of a character. He just
And
has
he's-
comic relief.
He's kind of a mean dude. He's a mean droid.
Mean?
You see
Yeah.
the way
By
he treats.
mean.
You see the way he treats C-3PO? Don't yell at me. Don't you yell at me.
He
Yeah.
helps C3PO escape.
He is a jerk to him all the time.
How? Give me an example.
What do you mean? And give
Give
me an
me an
example.
example.
He pushed VCPO off of the Salem barge.
By accident.
No, he rammed into him and went bye-bye.
Because C3PO was busy talking. He's like, move,
Let's
man.
talk about these guys over here.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda. All right. First of all,
Yoda's
Yoda,
not one of the
in,
best
in the
parts of the
prequels,
prequels.
Yoda was kind of
It is-
ruined because in the original movies, the point of Yoda is that he's so powerful with the Force he can move things. But the fact that he's whipping around his lightsaber like crazy,
He does not need to
Wow.
use a lightsaber to
yeah,
fight people.
Inappropriate.
Hey, he
It
wants to
breaks his
keep it
whole
in.
ideology and his character.
He
in the
wants to
original
keep it a
movies.
fair fight, guys. Well, he's an old dude.
Having him fight Dooku, do all that flipping around, and ruin Yoda's character. That was so well set up in Empire and Jedi, but the prequels completely destroyed it. But the prequels helped made Palpatine better. They showed the ruthlessness of Palpatine, how he could climb the power from within the Senate and hide from
Nobody
the
likes
Jedi.
Palpatine.
How is Palpatine a great character if you could barely understand him with that raspy voice of his?
I understand him perfectly. What are you talking about?
And
All you hear is something, doc.
unlimited power.
if it wasn't
I hear that line
if it
just
wasn't
fine.
for everybody else helping him, he wouldn't be nothing.
He manipulates everyone.
No one likes him. He's not a great character.
I love Palpatine because Palpatine gives so much He adds so much to the Star Wars universe in the prequels. In Revenge of the Sith, he has that great scene with Anakin in the Opera House where he tells him about Darth Plagueis the Wise. You go, who's Darth Plagueis? He adds to the Star Wars universe so much.
I mean, it does set up
He's one of the most powerful Force users in the whole galaxy. He hides from the Jedi, from on Coruscant. He interacts with Jedi every single day, and they don't detect
I do
him.
not. First of all, let's say this. Out of all the things here, what changes about Palpatine over time? What is his character, and how does it change? How does he get more interesting or worse, or how does he change?
Because we see his rise to power and see him go eviler and eviler as time goes on. His greed is ultimately
He's not
what
getting more
destroys
evil.
him.
He's being hidden.
He's
the
greedy
same person from the beginning of the first movie to the end of when he dies.
He's greedy
Yeah,
throughout the
he
whole
also got
saga.
killed.
Yeah, that means
No,
he's
didn't
no
get killed.
development. If you're greedy
Yoda
throughout
died
the
of
whole
old
saga,
age.
that's where
Yoda died of old age.
Palpatine defeated Yoda in a lightsaber battle.
He didn't
Yoda
defeat
died of old
Yoda.
age.
Yeah, he sent Yoda flying off the edge, and Yoda had to run.
Well, Yoda chose to run. He could have kept fighting if he wanted to.
But
Yoda
Yoda
is like
lost.
2 feet tall and he can kick
Also,
everybody's butt.
Honestly, I think you should probably pick Kylo Ren because he's actually the one bad guy who has actually gotten development
but
in this
Kylo
one
Ren
movie.
has the same problem Finn has. He's only been in one movie.
But he's still had more development than the guy in 6 movies.
Development does not mean he is the best. Best is someone who influences the movies the most, who you take away.
Jar Jar influenced the first movie. Does that make him a good character?
And
No,
honestly,
it's not. But he only influenced one movie.
Jar Jar.
Palpatine
I kinda
influenced
Also,
the
you're
whole
saying if Jar
saga.
Jar was in 6 movies, he'd be the best.
All right, guys.
No.
Enough
R2D2
about
sucks.
Jar Jar. All right, we're gonna need to do 20-second closing statements, and I would like to start with Christopher.
All right.
Take it away.
The reason I think Finn is the best character is because he gets a full-blown character arc in his first movie. He's instantly empathetic, instantly relatable, instantly likable within context of dealing with other characters, including Poe Dameron, within like the first 10 minutes of the movie. And overall, he's able to do so much more in one movie than all these other characters would be able to do in like 6.
Okay. Great. Mike, go ahead.
R2D2 is one of the most greatest robot characters in movie history. He's helped Jedis through battles. He's even taken bullets himself, or laser bullets himself, even in Episode 4 when he tries to help Luke destroy the Death Star. You can't beat that. You can't say that about any robot character, especially in Star Wars.
Okay, Austin, go ahead.
Yoda is the best character in this whole universe. Without him, the movies would never be as good. He trained Luke. He is only 2 feet tall, 3 feet tall, and he's able to defeat anybody. He's a great Jedi, has the best using the Force, and he's the only guy that dies of old age, and he's just the best.
Wow, so touching. Tom, go ahead.
Palpatine hid next to some of the most powerful Jedi ever, including Yoda. They did not able to detect him while he toppled their entire government. He took them down. That's more than Finn or anyone else is able to accomplish in Star Wars.
All right, well, the battle is over. It was a hot one. Our grand champion of the Ultimate Oneonta Movie Show, a debate winner for Season 4, is Chris Turnbull. All right. Thanks to the rest of you, but you're losers. So for tonight, I'm sorry about that. Thank you for putting up with this trash for the past 7 episodes, and we hope to see you for more next season. I'm Ali Melendez, and we will see you in Season 5.